Hey, it's me. It's actually exactly midnight, and I just came back from upstairs. I don't know if you can hear it, probably not, because I closed both doors, and I closed my window. But party has started. Started about an hour ago, and I went up just to check out things, but as per usual, I'm lame and I'm old and I don't party and stuff like that. And despite the fact that there are four French men from the swim team up there, I just was like, nah, it's okay. I mean, it's the ugly ones. But no, it's bad. Well, actually, it's funny because like the three that I'm like I could care less about, I'm just like, well, they are having a good time. They're the ones that are drinking and whatnot. And then the last one, who like is probably on the more attractive side, he has a very like obvious unease about him right now. Like you can tell. I mean, none of them really speak English, and the people that are partying don't really speak French. And you can tell he's thinking to himself like, "Oh my God, why did I let myself get talked into this?" Like he's sitting there kind of quiet and like being kind of antisocial. So it's actually funny because he started talking to me because he noticed that I was sort of just as antisocial, and I'm like, I'm trying my best to speak French to him, and he's like, "Oh, like, how long have you guys been here for? When you guys leaving?" And he's like, "Oh, so like, what is there to do around town?" And I was trying to explain to him. So, but I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not much of a party person." And he's like, not really, like, not me either, but I'm here with them, and you know, this he just thought it would be fun, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go sleep." And he was actually asking me too. He's like, "Oh, well, are you gonna be able to sleep with the party?" And I'm like, I've done it before, and I told him that I bought earplugs, so he laughed, which was funny. But yeah, well, that was like my scandalous evening. Anyways, I watched your video. It was very cute. I did appreciate it a lot. Although, don't ever do that ever again. I'm looking at you right now. Don't ever do it ever again because you were driving. You could have got yourself killed. Um, and that would not be good. I would not be very happy. Mm, but yes, please be making me more videos because I like them. What else? I really like talking to you today again on Skype. It's nice to be able to see you and to talk to you again. Um, like, it's kind of weird to not be able to do that more often, but I definitely appreciated being able to take like, even if it was less than an hour. Although you were really, I was so frustrated too. I was like, come back online. You're like, oh, you didn't see me on MSN, so you went offline. But we were talking on Skype. Like, why wouldn't you have also tried Skype? So, like, by the time you contacted me, I was like, go on Skype. And I went on MSN and I tried to contact you, but I guess it's just your phone doing its multitasking. So, that's too bad. What else? Oh, so I haven't gotten your sketchbook yet. I went back to housing to ask them because they get mail later on in the day. And it's really dumb. I really hope that it arrives before I leave UVic because essentially what will happen is if I haven't received my package like before I leave, I have to give them a forwarding address, which would be my house. And I'm just like, that's so dumb. Like, if it's going to take like 2 weeks to get here, then I can only imagine it will take 2 weeks to get to my house because it's not like when I live very far. It's coming from like essentially the same area. And I'm just like, ugh, so frustrated because I just want the sketchbook now. Because I want to see what you did for the challenges and I want to see what challenges you post for me. But yeah, at least now if I get it, like on the last day or something, I'll have something to do on the plane. Um, but yeah. Okay, so I have an idea. I don't know if you're gonna like it or not. But, and maybe it's getting a little bit ahead of myself, but hear me out. I propose that when I get back, which is August 12th, but we can't really count the 12th because it'll be too late. So when I get back, August 12th, I propose that in 2 weeks, which is about 14 days, we have like, that doesn't really work out. The math doesn't really work out. Anyways, in 2 weeks, I would like, I don't know how feasible this is, but I would like to go on 4 dates. I was going to say 6 dates, but that doesn't really work out in 2 weeks. That's kind of quite often. That's basically every 3 days. 4 dates. So that basically works out to be about 2 dates per week. So I'd like to see you twice a week for 2 weeks. And we will take turns. You will do date 1. Because technically speaking, like, because I drove out to see you, I'll consider that my idea. And because of the fact that I tried to see you 5 times before you saw me, so now you have the privilege of planning date 1, and then I will plan date 2, assuming that date 1 goes well. Because I don't know, date 1 might go really shitty, and then you'll never want to see me again. So date 1 will be you, date 2 will be me, and then date 3 will be me, and date 4 will be you, assuming we get that far. And then date 5 will be something that we can plan together, if we make it to date 5. But I'm going to say 2 weeks, because I want to be able to do that before you start school, because I know that once you start school, you might get really busy, and yeah, we might not have as much opportunity. So, and don't even give me any of this nonsense that, like, 2 times a week is too much, because you definitely have time. And even if we have to figure out, like, some halfway points, like Lawn Mills, which I know you want to do, and like dim sum. Oh, also, it doesn't have to count as one of our dates, like in the 4 count, so maybe we'll count as date 5 or date 6, depending on how you look at it. When I get back, you know how we were supposed to watch Eat, Pray, Love, that movie with Julia Roberts? So Gloria, my friend, really wants to watch that, and she's like, Jonathan, we get to watch it together, and I'm like, I'm already supposed to watch it with Justin, / when we watched Toy Story 3, I definitely told him that I wanted to watch that movie, and we were going to make it a plan to see it together. And she was like, no, I don't care, like, I don't care about this Justin person, / if you have to see it with him, then you have to see it with me too, and I'm like, I don't want you to be the third wheel on my date. And she's like, no, let's do a double date. So, yeah, you and I are now cordially invited to a double date to watch Eat, Pray, Love. So while it's her and her boyfriend, because they're not really dating anymore, they're together. So girlfriend, boyfriend, and dating us, yeah, are invited to go and have a double date. You are allowed to reject this date. But just know that rejecting the date means that you're not going to see the movie with me, because Gloria has essentially claimed, because she and I were supposed to watch Sex and the City 2 together, and I kind of went without her, and she's pretty pissed about that. I mean, I did see it with Men Way, so she kind of forgave me, but she is pissed that I saw it without her. She's also pissed that I went with Lauren to go and see that Celine Dion movie, the Taking Chances World Tour Through the Eyes of Celine. Yeah, I know, big homo with that, but whatever. It's as that. Whatever. As if you don't like Celine Dion too. She's amazing. She's like better than that trashy, dirty slut, Kasha, who I hate. But anyways, I don't hate her. I just think that like she just like needs her 50 minutes of fame and she needs to disappear. So, anyways, whatever. I'm being bitter about it right now. But I did see that with Lauren, and I was supposed to see that with Gloria as well. So she's like, oh, you owe me for like 2 movies, so like this one you have to see with me. So I'm sorry. If you choose to reject this double date, then you won't be seeing this movie with me, which sucks. But we are going to watch The Little Mermaid, and we are going to watch A Watch and Remember, which you were totally quoting Only Hope on your Twitter, and you can't do that. You haven't watched the movie. You might have heard the song from me, but if you don't watch the movie, it means nothing. And speaking of Twitter, I don't know why you're confused. Why are you confused? Talk to me. And Winnie is texting me. Why? She said 3 of Team France is there. I know this. You were there too. Anyways. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? What do I have tomorrow? I have class, and then atelier, so I'm going back swimming. It's the outdoor pool tomorrow. Oh, so when I went swimming today, it was really, really fun. We played water polo, and my team won. And we were like, yeah, équipe un, because we were like one of two teams, and we were like, yeah, équipe un. And we won like 14-7 or something like that, which was really 14-5. But Emily, the Momo, she was like, no, man, so sad, so sad. I mean, so sad. And I was like, to eight fish, like you're cheaters. So, but whatever, we won anyways. And then at one point we're like, ah, we, nous ne parlons pas, loser. So that was pretty funny. Tomorrow night is the final spectacle, and we're putting on this like weird play. My class, it's like a blend of Goldilocks and the Three Bears and the Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding Hood. So yeah, it should be kind of interesting. We made props and like we have costumes and everything for it. It's kind of weird, but it'll be interesting and exciting nevertheless. And that's tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night, I'm going to be going with Lexi and my friend. Sorry, this is really bad that I forgot her name. Lex.